This is an official presentation of Sport Fishing Championship.
Been waiting to get back to the east side, and it's now that time for the Cape Cod Invitational presented by Comparion Insurance Agency. Welcome everyone on YouTube. You're in for this next hour for a little kickback session. Myself, Peter Miller, Chloe Turner, going to be bringing it live to you out there in the Atlantic Ocean for the first time in a while. Boats took off this morning at 5 o'clock. They left McDougal's in search for billfish. And if it's anything like last year, boy, we're going to see a ton of them. One team in particular caught 47 white marlin on their own just last year. Cause be jogging for position all season long in the playoff hunt. You see the points as they stand right now, brought to you by Exotic, the playoff hunt presented by Exotic. Division standings after 3 of 6. Only the top 2 move on to the Zangray Championship playoffs in a really tight battle for 3rd and 4th. Again, you just need to get above that line. And yes, there are tiebreakers to be had, but if you're South Carolina Outcast, you still have a shot. We're just now at that halfway point, kicking off day number 1 of 2 now. And I know that sounds a little weird. It's supposed to be a 3-day tournament. I'm Robbie Floyd. He's the man, Peter Miller. You ready to have some fun?
Oh, Robbie, you said kick back earlier.
Yeah.
We never kick back. We try to pretend we're kicking back, but we're still like, come on, let's go. Just like the guys that are fishing out there. Yeah, it's different because we do have a small craft advisory warning in effect for this coming Sunday. So this tournament has been officially called for this Sunday. So we're going to be doing a Friday and Saturday tournament.
It's going to be crazy. We want to make sure that everybody that's watching right now, hit us up, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Ask Chloe questions throughout the day. If you have something good, if you have something that's not so good, she still may ask us those very questions. So again, be a part of the show. That's what this is all about. We'll get into our ESPN show at the top of the hour. Petey, this fishery, I alluded to how one team, the Lights Out Boston team last year, caught 47 white marlin, a lot of them on day number 1. I'm looking for more of the same. Hopefully it is the same fishery and the same pattern.
You know what it reminds me of, Robbie? It reminds me of back in the day, Point Break, when they said it's the 50-year storm, and those waves, everything was coming together to make the best wave possible. And this was about 10 years ago when the bite was about that good, and it happened last year, and those guys did catch 47. They got tattoos on their legs proclaiming their 47 fish and showing everybody that's commitment, and that is one of their best days they'll probably ever have. So, Robbie, getting back to thoughts on this, I think it's going to be about the temperature breaks. It's going to be about the contours. It's going to be about the salinity, the chlorophyll, all these things. We'll talk about it later, but these are the things that you need to really drill down on to get to the right spot to get those fish.
And the possibility of different fish. Nothing but white marlin last year. I think the blues might be an option for some teams this year. The only reason I know that is because we talked to some of the teams yesterday before they headed out into the blue waters.
This year, it seems like there's some blues mixed in, which is pretty cool. I don't think there was a blue one caught last year, so gives us an opportunity to really make up some points if we get a blue, and that's what we've been fishing. We've been catching and seeing a bunch from Big Rock, and then we fun fished, and that's what we know how to do. So.
Yeah, last year we had really one mate, and we caught 35 in 8 hours. So we got 4 mates with us now. Just in case something happens like that again, I want to make sure that we're going to take advantage of the opportunity. Last year we put 4 lines out. We hook 4 white marlin bites. We'd hook 1 or 2 in that quad. So I wanted to make sure we came prepared. So we overfilled the boat. Got a lot of talent in the cockpit. So we're looking forward to it.
We kind of have a unique condition right now where the piece of hot water is still connected to the Gulf Stream, and that has worked its way east almost out of bounds, so we'll be kind of fishing more edge water. And there was an eddy that came in earlier this season to the west that still the remnants are there. Me and the tunas are here, and there's not as many white marlins around right now, so you're definitely going to have a few more blue marlin bites. So I feel like last year there's still blues around, but there's so many white marlins, that's kind of what you were doing.
No Rivals leaderboard. Look at that. We've got fish on the board. That's 300 points, 200 points. That means we've got 5 total white marlin caught. Right now, your South Florida Sails are the leaders. Already a winner this year on tour. Ben Simmons and crew looking pretty good. Mike King's got that boat dialed in. Can he do it again? We've had 3 tournaments in the Atlantic, and all 3 tournaments had a different winner.
Yeah, you know, and with those points you see on the board with those 5 white marlin caught, you know, lines weren't in until 10 a.m., right? So they had to find the fish. They had to work their way there. It wasn't like they put the lines in at 7. So they're about 3 hours, a little later than they normally would be. So the fish are starting to bite. I'm sure there's been other fish up on the spread that we don't know about. So I think we're off to a good start.
And it was a great start for the South Florida Sails in the 12 o'clock hour. You mentioned how they could have the lines in the water. And with white marlin, where there's one, there's a possibility of others. We're taking a look at it right now, hooked up. And at 12:41, they didn't catch 1, but 2 or 3.
We've got calm seas, we've got birds in the area, so obviously there's something going on in that area, and that's why, you know, they're there. They must have marked stuff. They could have done it visually. They could have done it with the sonar. But, you know, nothing better than calm seas, little swells, you know, and white marlin jumping in the spread.
Cool thing about the birds is that's like an indicator, right? I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on below the surface you'll never see, or maybe your graph will show you, but when birds are diving, that means there's bait near, and when there's bait, there's generally some billfish, or sometimes.
That's very, very true, Robbie, and that's an important, it's a good thing to see, like right off the bat. The fish jumps, there's a bird right over top. They're also waiting for these fish to spit baits out, and they're going to pick those up for the real easy meal, partially digested. As a kid in school, it was ABC gum. Already been chewed. When you see that indicates what type of bait you want to have out there, or something to imitate, you know, match the hatch kind of deal too? I don't know if you're really going to match the hatch exactly. You need some kind of profile sliding across the surface of the water with a chin weight and making a little commotion, and they don't have a problem.
They don't care.
Now, however, you might want to match the size. If you've got some big bonitas there, or skipjacks or little tunas, maybe you want to beef it up a little bit. But if they're small little baits, match the hatch. It's just like, again, bass fishing. Are we using a 5-inch Senko? Is that getting the bites, or is it a foot long, you know, soft plastic?
Woo! Nice jumper. And again, in this area, and you saw them making that big right-hand turn. I mean, they're sweeping around looking for multiple hookups, and that's what we saw last year. Even when you would see, as you know, Blaine Birch had mentioned, when they were hooked up with a triple, here was Lights Out Boston with a quad. You're going like, holy crap, what can I do? And
there they are with a triple. That's really nice to see. We got the 3 amigos there. Alex Stanley, Weston Bromsky, and Mark McDevitt.
Is that their new nickname now?
They're the 3 amigos. They are the Tres Leches. They, you know, one of the funniest lines on that movie was when the woman came up to, I think it was Steve Martin. She said, "Would you like to kiss me on the veranda?" And he said, "No, the lips will be fine."
I just want to see him do that dance move with the pelvic thrust.
This is the Relax YouTube Hour, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Hey. So the veranda, you know, it's pretty lighthearted. You know,
I do like seeing this on day 1 and getting a triple right off the bat. Look at the SFC scoring system. Supposedly the blue marlin have come a little bit tighter. You get 450 for them, 100 for the whites, 75 for Sails. Possibility. I mean, who knows? They might be moving this high.
It ain't easy when you got 3 guys hooked up and you're the cameraman. But when they jump into the boat like that, your work has been done for you. That is a good job right there. I believe that is a young fellow right there, right? There's a couple of young fellows on the sticks.
But look at the multitude of anglers on board, as Blaine had talked about how they needed more, you know, solid crew out there. Birch has 12, Remix has 8, Lights Out Boston has 11, the Flare has 9, Sails have 7, and the Outcast have 7. So more crew, more cast and crew on board, no doubt this week.
You know, Robert, we talk about that all the time, and every time we say it and we see somebody with a smaller crew start really doing well, and we think, well, maybe not. But honestly, when it boils down to it, you want a big crew. I mean, that is great, but if the fish really start biting, You need as many hands and as many bodies in that pit as possible because you've got dredges and teasers and multiple baits. There's nothing wrong with catching a 6-banger of white marlin.
Yeah, and you saw it right there. We saw East Coast Remix with 5 total on boat this season, right? At one time. You got a triple, there's 3. You've got 1 mate, there's 4. And you got a captain, there's 5. There's nobody left. There's no videographer. There's no other mate to help.
You'd want somebody casting right now if you could, whoever released a fish, or if they start backing down, you want 1 or 2 guys up on the bow, and that's what the Lights Out did. When I fished with them over in Cabo, Mateo and I would run up to the bow. As soon as we released something, we'd run up to the bow and we'd start backing on fish, and more often than not, you get a bite in reverse off the bow.
Really cool here with the South Florida Sails. Again, more mid-Atlantic based crew and doing well is Mike King once again, a much more northern atmosphere than I would think that he would be typically used to, and going out there and catching white marlin, which he is very adept at.
Yeah, again, I say it every week, you can put these guys anywhere in the world and they're going to catch fish. You got Mike King, Brad Adam, Mark, Lee, Weston, Alex Stanley, Ben Simmons as the Grand Poobah,
the
leader of the pack. Another nice white marlin in that beautiful blue water, very calm.
Yeah, the water conditions look really, really good, and we know it's not going to be that way 2 days from now. Solid run, a solid start for the South Florida Sails. Alex, Weston, and Mark already with 100 points each, and you see North Carolina Flair also has a couple of whites. We'll see those on the other side of the break. This is the 4th stop of 6 in the Atlantic Division Sport Fishing Championship. Everybody trying to make it to the Zane Grey Championship playoff.
When the ocean calls, only the bold answer. Out here, it's not about cameras, contracts, or crowds. It's about the fight. When the battle begins, you need a boat that's as relentless as you are.
Nice work, Phil.
Jill Paglia, boat number 1, executive decision, day 1.
HCB Yachts, the ultimate sport fishing experience. We deliver the dream.
These waters provide for our communities, for our families, for our fish and shrimp and oysters, for nature. Let us then protect them. For all of us, for generations.
The Cape Cod Invitational is sponsored by Comparion, Citizen, official timing partner of SFC, One Water Yacht Group, and by Hook, official jersey and performance apparel partner of SFC. Going to be a great day. I know that because we've already seen 3 fish caught. We've still got 2 more to show you, and we have Chloe Turner on set. So see, it is a great day after all.
Hey guys, how are y'all doing today?
Doing good. What's up with the fuzzy pin there? Is that your social pin?
I think I like to, stand out a little bit. I mean, Peter, do you have this pin?
I don't have one of those yet, but it makes me want one because I could just dust myself off and try again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'll have to bring y'all one tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Lint roller too, maybe.
That's true.
Exactly.
A good lint roller.
Yeah.
Maybe one with an iron in it,
cobwebs.
steam or something.
Yeah,
we could do a full deal.
Solid. What you been up to? You got some social stuff you've been checking out?
Yeah, definitely. And so we caught up with some of our Atlantic teams and asked them some of their favorite 4th of July traditions, what they were up to. And so let's take a look at that.
Okay.
First question is, what is your favorite U.S. state?
Florida. North Carolina.
I love Charleston. I think Charleston is great. I'm thinking about moving here. This place is so awesome.
The best American food?
Best American food, cheeseburger. Steaks.
I have to go with cheeseburger.
What is the best 4th of July activity?
Being on the water, being on a boat, 4th of July. Going out in the boats. Yeah, going out in the boats.
Who's your most patriotic teammate?
I'll go Brian Bavosi. Most patriotic teammate?
Yeah.
Jay Buddy.
Oh, Jay Buddy.
All right.
Jay Buddy.
Jay Buddy? He's got a new nickname
It's
now?
a new NERM.
Yeah, is that Jared
Big
Birch?
perm, big NERM.
Is Jared Birch Jay Buddy now, I guess?
I guess. So how did y'all spend your 4th? Do you have any favorite 4th of July traditions?
I used to not like fireworks whenever it was, I was
Really?
younger. I didn't like the loud pops, but now I don't mind. It's kind of cool. It's kind of fun. I don't know that I do anything. I just chill.
Well, my birthday's July 3rd, so I combine the birthday in with
Forgot
the
to say
July
happy
4th, so we got the 3rd and the 4th. And what I like to do is go fishing. And I also like to eat steak, so we bring the grill, we torch that up. We already bring the marinade, we have everything, have a cutting board. Of course, we have fillet knives, so we're cutting it perfectly. So we're all pulling on tenderloin, which makes it nice. I don't bring the ribeyes because I don't need a little small fire. And, then we catch a couple sailfish, couple tuna, and then we have some sashimi the next day. So that's what I like to do.
I was like, I don't do much.
Yeah.
And look at you. I put on my Yeti.
I'm
It was
going all
covered
in or all out.
Guess so.
I was going to ask y'all hot dogs or hamburgers, but your 4th of July sounds white.
he had
tablecloth,
sushi on his, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
My lobster's too
we go all
buttery.
in. We go all in.
Yeah, I probably had burgers. I eat steak about every day because the kind of diet that I'm on. But yeah, I think burger would be.
How about
Carnivore
you?
diet?
Yeah.
What about me?
Yeah.
What's my favorite?
Yeah.
Ooh, I love a good hot dog.
Okay.
But I don't discriminate.
Particular
I
brand?
Like hamburgers.
Are you a Nathan's guy? You know who has? I think
That's so sad. I don't know.
Costco.
Brands. Ooh,
Costco.
I love Costco.
Yeah,
I'm
see,
such a
there you go.
sucker.
I found some good ones recently, and I was cranking those up on the grill, and I told my wife, when the skin's really snappy?
Yeah.
They kind of have the, not the rounded ends, but the little twisted, with like the knots on them.
That's
kind of
you.
like crack on the.
You like a little challenge with your hot dog?
When you got to cut them apart. That's when you know they're going to be good. When you start cutting them apart, putting them on the grill, and they already have a little, flair to them. They got North Carolina flair.
So for those of you watching at home, make sure you get hot dogs that have a little North Carolina flair.
And then you got to cut them to pull them apart.
Okay, well, we'll see North Carolina flair. They're one of our 6 teams that have on-the-water coverage, and we know that they're sitting in second now. They got 2 white marlin. I wonder how they got them. Well, we'll soon find out. Stick with us here. It's the 4th stop of 6 of Sport Fishing Championships Atlantic Division.
Nice watch. Citizen?
Yeah, Eco Drive. It's powered by light.
Like any light?
Yep.
Headlights?
Yeah.
Sunlight?
Yeah.
What about city lights?
Definitely.
Subway? Neon? Strobe light?
Those two.
Really?
Yeah.
Disco? Underwater?
Yeah.
This light? Spotlight? 10,000 spotlight!
Yeah, any light.
Cool.
Citizen Eco Drive. It is cool. Powered by light for 50 years.
Let me tell you a story about a couple guys who had a dream at a bar.
Are you talking about us?
No, George Washington and the American Revolution.
Oh, wow.
But now that you mention it, we're a lot like them.
We are.
We are America. Every other vodka brand is every other country that's tried to stand up against us.
And attack us.
Iraq, Japan, China,
Afghanistan,
Taliban,
they're there.
Russia, France, England.
They want the smoke.
And we are the smoke. This is an American brand.
If you believe in our country, you believe in Por Osas.
In the heart of the Midwest, we don't cut corners. We heat the molds, spin the resin, and trim every edge by hand with pride. No offshore shortcuts. Built by the same calloused hands that clock in before sunrise and stand behind every product. Arms folded, head high. It's not just a cooler. This is Grizzly. Built to work, built to last, built with pride. Grizzly, America's cooler company.
Hey fans, vote now through August 30th to select the rosters who will represent the Atlantic and Gulf divisions at SFC All-Star Weekend presented by No Rivals in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, October 29th and 30th. Each ballot allows fans to select 2 captains, 2 anglers, and 4 mates from each division. The teams will be announced at the conclusion of the regular season, but once daily. Support your favorites and build the all-star teams. We just got through having Major League Baseball all-star team. It's a lot like that. So we don't have National League and American League. We've got Atlantic and Gulf divisions. But again, join us at Fort Lauderdale for All-Star Week, brought to you by No Rivals. A lot of rivals for them, though, because they're battling some pretty stiff competition, Chloe. I think it's a tough decision for these fans because I think there's a lot of options out there, and limiting yourself to this number really shows who's the best of the best.
No, most definitely. And so I went ahead and made my picks for the Atlantic All-Star. And, you know, I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. I mean, this is not personal. This is not a miscongeniality contest. This is just what my predictions so far. So let's go ahead and take a look at that.
All right. Chloe's All-Stars. Who we got? Blaine?
And so the first captain, I have Blaine Birch. And then for the second captain, I have Mike King.
Oh.
I have Lee Alberti. Lee Alberti. Making sure that was right. I have Kenny Hernandez.
I mean, KH, that's a good pick. That's solid. I like where you're going.
Birch, again with the birds. Next, I have Stephen Lackey.
You are spreading the wealth there. There's our South.
Alex Stanley. And then I have Chandler Miles with the East Coast Remix.
Okay, so Chandler from the Remix, and you kind of spread some wealth between the Sales, the New Jersey Seabirds. I like your picks, and again, they almost wanted us to pick, and I think it would show favoritism, but when I look at that, I don't see any Lights Out New England people on there. Did you see any of those? I'm like,
it's a tough call. I give you credit for picking those because, you know, if Robbie were to pick them, you might, oh, thanks a lot, Robbie, really?
Yeah, right.
And if I were to pick them, they'd be like, oh, wow, really? Double down? And on. So I think it's nice that you were able to pick them because you've seen a lot of their progress. Yeah. You've seen all of their catches, and you have a lot of insight into it. So it's nice to get a fresh look from you to see who you like. And who knows? Maybe they're going to go. Maybe they're going to win.
I think this week's going to show a little bit too, right? Because then we'll have 4 of 6 done. I know it's a 2-day event now. The one thing, though, when I look at that, and again, I think we're going to have special guests have their picks each week. One thing I did notice about that when I saw the No Lights Out Boston was, where's this All-Star event going to be held at? Fort Lauderdale. Where's Ray Rocher on that list? I was like,
he's everywhere, honestly.
To me, not to have Ray on that list, I think somebody better get on the bat phone and call pretty quickly. Wouldn't you say on that?
You know, look, I think honestly, everybody's worthy of these awards, and it's just, you know, look at me being the politician.
Yeah.
You got a point like this. I think everybody's worthy of winning. They're all really good. So yeah, of course, you know, Ray should be on there, but. You know, there's only a limited thing. You got to pick somebody, and if you know, our girl Chloe, you know, wakes up and says, "These are the ones I want for today," that's what she gets, and you can't complain.
I'm good with it.
Baby in the corner.
Make sure you vote. You know, click on that QR code. Find your team. Build your own dream team. Let us know who you think it should be. Look at BK. He's saying, "Come on, bring me people."
Smoky.
Yeah, same thing. Again, who's going to be your favorite captain? Your favorite anglers? Your favorite crew on board? It gets busy. And, of course, our All-Star Week won by the Atlantic Division last year. A lot of work out of the East Coast Remix to get that title as we're looking live out on the water. East Coast Remix, the upper left-hand side. Second, without a catch so far. We do see 5 total fish caught, 3 from the Sales, 2 from the Flare, and we'll check in on them when we return here at Sport Fishing Championship from the Atlantic Ocean out of Cape Cod.
Built for heat and sun. Designed by experience.
Here it goes.
Battle-tested solutions for the fearless. Enetic. Comfort in chaos.
As a big DIY guy, I thought I could do insurance myself.
The Beast Insurance? Extra protection from beasts, Bigfoots, and Yetis? Did you buy this?
Yeah, I thought I was buying the best insurance, like this insurance is the best.
So, we went to Comparion Insurance Agency. Our local agents helped us understand our policy options and found one that fits our needs. And now we do have the best insurance.
And we're ready for Yetis, so win-win.
Don't do insurance yourself. Comparion Insurance Agency.
Coast Guard, we are taking on water.
The United States Coast Guard. They secure our ports and waterways, protect our environment, keep drugs away from our kids, and save lives. It's dangerous work. And in times of triumph or tragedy, the Coast Guard Foundation answers the call to support Coast Guard members and their families. Learn more at coastguardfoundation.org.
Sunny days call for Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Refreshing and goes down smooth. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
To fish like the pros, you have to look like the pros. Visit the SFC shop today to represent your favorite angling club all year long, including the new hats from No Rivals. Find it all available on shop.sportfishingchampionship.com. Beautiful Falmouth, Massachusetts. McDougal's off in the distance. The inaugural Lights Out Kids Simulator Classic gave young anglers the opportunity to compete on professional fishing simulators while representing either the Team Rhode Island Breakers or Team Lights Out Boston. The event featured age division awards, prizes, team competition, and plenty of fun for families attending the tournament. SFC teams stopped by to meet the kids, cheer them on, and be a part of creating an unforgettable experience for the next generation of anglers. This event was really, really cool.
What I love about this, it's a family event, but teaching the kids young about this sport and having them get into this. And I know it sounds cliche, but keep them off the iPads, keep them off the cell phones, keep them off the TV. And this is what it's all about. They're going to be fired up. This is their TV, and this is natural. Right. This is out in the wild there. And these simulators come a long way. I actually shot one of my first shows in 2008, and we did the simulator, and they had it over at the IGFA. We had some fun with my guests, and it was intense, actually.
You ever done that with the haptic feedback? You see when that angler had it, you see the rod tip doing this. It was funny. Have you ever done one of those before?
I believe I did try one about 2 years at ICAST. I mean, they're pretty hard. But it really, you practice your form and everything. But I want one of those under my Christmas tree. You know what
we could do? We could put one here in the studio, and we could kind of practice. We could work on our technique. A little couple of reps before we get on set. Yeah.
No. You want to make me look like a fool? You just go ahead and put that reel in my left hand, it's bad. I think I broke them too many times. I could be wrong.
It was like Rodney Dangerfield. He's like, where my steering wheel go? Why is it on this side?
Yeah.
Hey, Wang.
What do I do with this? All right, Seabirds, a little celebration. I was hearing something about that. Maybe was that the last event we were at?
It was at the Carrier Cup. We so after when the Seabirds won, you just had to watch the footage of this. I can't describe it. Words are not good enough.
All right, Carrier Cup. That was our last Atlantic Division event. They took the title.
No, definitely. And so, as you can see here, we see Courtney, lovely Courtney, presenting the check. And so you are about to see the best congratulatory dive that you have ever seen. Now, really pay attention to this form that's coming up. Celebrating as they should, and boom.
Kickstand in the water.
Very, very nice entry there. Very little splash with a champagne bottle and everything.
Yeah, he held it.
That is pro status.
He double fisted it too. When he went in, you're like, you don't want to jump in the water with glass like that, and he made sure. Oops,
got me right in the teeth. Yep, no, he knew.
Esteban Birch, aka Kickstand, Stephen Birch there.
I think he's done that before. But now that champagne's just a little saltier, like my personality, Robbie.
And he still has the bottle. That's so impressive.
Great form. Watch, he double fisted right here. Watch another replay. Look, Brock. Oh no.
Look at it. He held it down.
Yeah, he put the canoe on the top. Yeah, look at him.
Oh wow, look at that.
He should have left more in there, right? That was the only negative to that move. He should have left more in, because if he pops up and then sprays, that would have been extremely
He's got
solid.
the dexterity of an octopus. I mean, I've never seen anything like that. He was using everything. I think even his toe was plugging the bottle on the way up.
There's a man who doesn't want the Moet Chandon to go to waste, right? I mean,
that's right.
He was trying to...
Or the Veuve
Clicquot. He had that locked up. Let's look at our Atlantic Division teams out on the water right now. Chloe, we wish we could be out there fishing. I know you've already told me that you hit up Guidesley, and I think they got you on with Pisces and Cabo already. You've already set your team.
They sure do. I am so excited to be back on the water. I cannot wait. It's always a pleasure fishing with Pisces.
She's already hooked up for Cabo. We haven't even made her tickets yet, and she's already going fishing the day after, getting ready for the Bisbees, I guess.
Robbie, we're always struggling over here. We always have to work just a little extra hard.
All right, we've been talking about this North Carolina Flare catch. They've got 200 points on the board. That means white marlin, and I don't believe this was a double up. I think this was a single here as they are hooked up now. You see that boat had been making a left-hand turn. That tells me they were looking for the double. Yep, you see multiple lines out right now, but hooked up. Should be David Dressler.
North Carolina Flare. He's making quick work of this. He's not playing around there. You know, you've seen the moments where guys, you know, towards the end of a tournament when you know you need that one fish, but this is like, hey, let's get this one in. We have a lot of work to do. I don't got time to fool around.
We're shortening it up that distance, right, by that boat making that turn. I mean, right, it's the radius is getting closer. It looks like he was working on that simulator maybe yesterday, you know, the day before.
Yep, he was in simulator mode right there, and now he's in gather the line mode as they close the gap.
That water looks pretty great out there right now.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Looks great today.
Little chop, little swell.
Not so much Sunday. We're hearing Sunday could get a little, and we don't really see it on the radar. I know we'll get to see your weather report in the Espen show, but I don't think things are going to show up until tomorrow. Got to make hay while the sun shines.
That rod tip bouncing hard, fish going away. So at some point you got to back down. This is the moment where everyone's like, oh man, we got to bring them in. That's what's fun about this area, you know, to be able to go out there and focus on white marlin and blue marlin, as opposed to focusing on the lesser or smaller brother of the sailfish.
Have y'all ever seen a spearfish be caught in one of these tournaments?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, we've seen a few.
One very special spearfish. What was it? The long nose or short nose?
It was a long-billed spearfish, and it was by South Jersey Yacht Sales.
Yeah.
By George.
Yeah. But I mean, it was a long-billed spearfish, but or it did have one other name in that descriptor. It was something.
There's a long-billed spearfish and there's a short-billed spearfish.
Yeah. And it was the long.
I caught a short-billed spearfish.
It was a much rarer spearfish, right? Like, I mean, it's like a unicorn.
Right, and it actually didn't count for the tournament because of the species.
Oh, no.
Because of that little, you know, chromosomal change.
Yeah, but if you catch one, it's like special, very special, like fish of a lifetime.
Peter, have you caught any?
Yes.
I'm sure you.
I have. I was in Hawaii. We were trying for big blue marlin, and I was standing next to the captain up on the bridge, and I looked over and I saw like something cut across the surface. It looked like a mahi, like dorsal. And I go, hey, captain, I just saw something back there, and he didn't really know me, and I didn't know him, and he looked at me like, yeah, whatever. And it was like pink, pink, and then we had a double header spearfish on it. We caught both.
Oh, that's awesome.
And there in Hawaii, they eat them. So when I get up to the boat, I'm thinking we're going to have this beautiful catch and release moment, you know, and play beautiful music. And the guy gets out the club and he starts beating it over the head. And I'm like, oh, wait, what are you doing? And then they gapped it and swung it in.
So how do they fight? Like, would you say
like
sailfish, marlin? Okay.
A little, you know, depending on the size, they're pretty. They fight a little bit, like kind of white marlin-y in between the sailfish and white marlin. How about that?
So were you shocked? I mean, to catch 2 of them. I mean, even to catch one. Like
I was excited. My buddy had one, and I had one, and I was trying to film him, and he's trying to film me. And we were using heavy tackle. We were using 130s meant for giant blue marlin. Yeah. So we basically reeled them across the surface.
Oh yeah, pound them and keep them skipping.
Yeah.
Working through our end.
And there was no fighting belt, you know, so you had to put the rod between your legs.
Right.
Just the bad.
Solid on that protection.
Oh wow, they're playing ABBA?
They're running. Oh. Looks like the weather is getting a little darker over there wherever they're going as well.
Everyone's got their good luck stuff going, you know. They got all their things. There's a little flippy floppy action over there. Headsets on. They see something. Everyone's going to jumps to attention.
Lights Out Boston, our defending champion.
That's got to be one of the favorite moments when you're sitting there with your headset on and you're waiting, just wondering how much longer, and the captain will say, hey guys, another 5 miles, another 10 miles, just sit tight, keep your eyes looking, you know. But when they pull back the throttles quickly and they make a turn and you know you're going to jump up and pitch a bait, it's probably one of the most exciting moments in fishing, other than having a blue marlin up in your spread and then getting the bite and watching it jump. But that moment to me is like the dinner bell.
Right.
It's like someone fires a gun, let's go.
Speaking of that, nothing to me beats a true awesome sandwich on a boat. I don't know what it is about being out on the water, but that sandwich, I mean, is almost like equivalent to filet mignon.
That's the best bologna sandwich I have ever had.
Yeah, but sometimes the littlest, simplest sandwiches are great. I just heard a bell ring.
I know.
Was that the new catch alert?
Sandwich ready?
No.
I had a toaster just went off.
Hey, I just had a bolt fall out of somewhere. I hope it's not my chair.
Oh, yeah, that was a bolt with a washer on it.
Yeah.
I heard the washer jingle jangle. I thought it was a bell.
During our commercial break, we'll figure out where that bolt came from. Speaking of, we got to step
These
aside
are the nuts
here.
and bolts of fishing,
South Carolina Outcast. Hopefully they'll catch one when we come back from break, and I can find out where this bolt goes, because that didn't sound so good.
When the ocean calls, only the bold answer. Out here, it's not about cameras, contracts, or crowds. It's about the fight. When the battle begins, you need a boat that's as relentless as you are.
Nice work, Jill. Jill Paglia, boat number 1, executive decision, date 1.
HCB Yachts, the ultimate sport fishing experience. We deliver the dream.
These waters provide for our communities, for our families, for our fish and shrimp and oysters, for nature. Let us then protect them. For all of us, for generations.
Zangrade Championship playoffs will return to Cabo, and there's no better place to host it than at Corazon Cabo Resort and Spa. Located in the heart of Cabo San Lucas, Corazon Cabo offers incredible views, luxury accommodations, and direct access to one of the best sport fishing destinations in the world. Travel packages begin rolling out this July, so start planning now and join us for an unforgettable championship experience in Cabo. I cannot wait to go back. I love that view. It is a pristine facility. Good food, good drinks.
Yeah, we got to meet the owner. He came down, he was on set, he's a big fisherman. And the story behind this was his dad was down in Cabo when he was a little kid. And he was catching striped marlin after striped marlin out of a panga, and he called our boy Erickson, said, hey, you got to get down here and come fish with me. This place is unbelievable. They wound up buying property, and they've kept building and building on it. But this fishery is second to none. The hotel service, the food, everything about it was absolutely fantastic, and I cannot wait to go back there and go fishing again and film another show.
And being a part of it, and they're one of our partners out there. You actually had been there before, too, and not even knowing that it was tied to Sport Fishing Championship, right?
I had no idea. I love the resort, and I believe I fished on the boat called the Waymaker. Is that the boat that you fished on? When you went with them?
Wavemaker?
The Waymaker.
Waymaker. No, I fished with Lights Out when I was
he went
there.
after the Lights Out. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So is that who you're fishing with?
I'm going with Pisces.
Pisces. Okay.
But
They
I
have
would
a
love to
fleet.
go with Waymaker. They do. Pisces is amazing. But speaking,
Your magic,
you're still here. You
yeah,
haven't
you've got your
fallen.
magic wand. I've got my magic wand. So when I talk about the bolt that hit the floor underneath, here it is, and I have no idea where it came from. So if I hit the eject button sometime during this, it could happen. So don't kick me when I'm down.
And you don't even have a butt cushion like Peter does to land on.
Oh, I do.
Actually, he does.
I do.
He does.
Is it bring your own butt?
Yeah, I brought mine
It's
today.
BYOBC.
I guess I'll bring mine tomorrow. But before I dive into some questions, guys, I would like to announce that I've actually been drafted to the New Jersey.
Well, that's not fair. That's not fair. Yeah, I saw the Gore Range Capital on the back, and I knew exactly.
Yeah, I was drafted.
Was Ethan Regal? Did he lives right down the street? He didn't bring that to you, did he? Yesterday.
Oh no, I was drafted free agent, considering that my agent's free.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's good.
That's very cool.
I mean, you
like
have all the
Band-Aid
sponsors
sponsorship,
and
you know,
that's solid.
That's
thing,
a really,
I mean.
That's solid. They do a great job.
Y'all heard it here first.
So yeah, well.
But let's dive into some questions. Speaking of the Seabirds, Dave McKendrick actually has a question for Peter. Ooh. He wants to know, what kind of hair gel do you use?
I'm glad he asked. This is a composite I make out of stuff I find in my yard. Sometimes I take the wax off of a tree. I'm very, very organic.
Man of the land.
John Paul Mitchell's listening.
The cheapest stuff, like a little, put it in there, go 30 seconds.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Something about Mary.
You know, and
Making
yeah,
jokes.
I mean, it's just what it is. My hair is just like, okay,
Oh
here we
my
go.
God.
Let's have a great day.
He's got the thing. There. Something about Peter.
Goodness.
We have another question?
We do. What is y'all's go-to hype song? Like, whenever I'm driving to come into work, like, I'm listening to Drake, 21 Savage, and then there's me with my Starbucks on the way, you know, when I get out of this huge
Peter's
truck.
probably got
But
10.
Yeah.
He's got 10. I don't listen to music very often. I just listen to sports and stuff. But the one song that really gets me like hard driving is "Kickstart My Heart" by Motley Crue.
Yeah, that was a good one. That's old school. That was the college days or high school days. But one of my go-tos, which happened, just became a good luck song, and I didn't really. It wasn't like I had to have the song, but then it became like I had to. It was "I'm Turning Japanese" by the Vapors, and it was my good luck song.
I really think so.
And yeah, and then I also like Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio, and those two songs brought us more luck than anything. And then we got to Lily Allen, and it's a curse word, you, F blank 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 you, and that song brought us more fish to the transom than you can ever imagine.
Must be the tone of it.
Yeah.
Yours? You didn't say yours.
Oh, yeah. Mine would be "All I Do Is Win" by DJ Khaled.
All I do is win.
Okay.
You know, he's buddies with Peter.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Has he gone fishing with you?
No, but we're supposed to do a
something
thing.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds pretty winning.
Yes,
Yeah.
pretty winning.
He does things with DJ Khaled. Yeah.
All right, well,
What's up,
are y'all in the mood to answer one more question?
I got one.
Before we get to
Sure.
commercial? Okay, if y'all could fish with any team, well, I guess we're trying not to be biased here, but or actually, let's change up. If y'all had to name a team, what would you name your team for the SFC?
He already did it. Yours is getting lit.
I already have a team.
But
yeah.
do a different name.
Do a different name. I mean, that's a really hard one.
Yeah,
because there's so many.
We're gonna have to get back.
You
with you
know
tomorrow
what?
on
I
that
always
one.
thought a funny one was it was lickety split.
Yeah.
Which means in a rapid fashion, of course.
Absolutely.
Now you have a fleet.
Yeah, I couldn't even think. I hadn't even thought about it. I'm sure it's something that I can't put on television because there's so many good names, like screwed up dual entendre names.
Oh yeah.
So many good ones. But I'm not going to bring it up right now. We're looking on the water. South Florida Sales. Are they hooked up or just peeping? I think they're hooked
yeah,
up.
looks like somebody's
or at
going,
least
someone's got going something
look,
on the
they're
left.
bringing in the teaser.
Yeah, they got one on the left there on the sails.
I like this. It's
right there on the starboard side.
Making that right-hand turn again. This is...
bringing in the green teasers, bringing in the pink teasers, trying to get his bait properly positioned because a fish is probably coming up in the spread. Let's see. Wants to get it kind of lined up, or he's bringing it all the way in. You can see what he does.
They come to a halt now. Let's focus on this one, right? Well, you saw the right-hand turn. You saw the multitude of baits out there. There's your girl out there.
That almost, it's surprising to see where he is, his trajectory of his rod tip, and where that fish is. It looks like there could be a second one on. Oh no, the line just caught up. Is that a blue marlin?
Yeah, I don't know, but it just ripped across that line, right?
That's so there was a lot of water right there, folks.
And that's the belly you always talk about. There was a great representation of seeing slack in line just ripping through the wave.
Yep, that ripped through the water. You saw it perfectly. Very apparent, and it does look like it's the right kind, unless it's a giant white. I mean,
this could be very, very big for the sales. And you're watching it live too. Everybody watching on YouTube
the
right now.
Body language right now, holding the camera right there.
They came to a halt quick.
That's way too much white water to be a white marlin.
They came to a halt quick. You know, usually if it's whites, they're spending a little bit more time to try and get multitudes. It seems like they were bringing them in quick here. But I also like how that representation. It's not that we wanted to see that belly, but there was a perfect example of a belly.
And that's not something you would typically see backing down on a white marlin. You wouldn't have that kind of belly ripping out of the water like that. I think.
Yeah.
These are just predictions, folks.
It's interesting. Again, they're backing up. They're pushing water, trying to get back as quick as possible.
And trying to keep that fish up on the surface and not putting a lot of heat on them. That's not a big setup right there. That's some, 30-pound maybe, a white marlin type setup.
Still looking for that identification again with displacing that much water.
You look at the leftover white water too, right?
Their expedience of also wanting to back up while they've got it sitting up top. And again, for those of you who aren't used to watching offshore fishing, they back up to that fish while they're reeling in, and you see the water in the bottom. It can be up to a foot, no problem for these guys.
Yeah, we've had it waist high all the way with its salon door open all the way down to the forward V-berth, and it almost sunk us.
But
the entire boat apart, dry it out, and fans, and it was quite the amount of work we had after winning the tournament, and that's why we won with that last fish.
Look at the bait prep on the left going on at the same time. So while one angler is reeling in this fish, they are getting ready to redeploy again and taking care of business as well. You're watching the South Florida sales, the leader by a single white marlin as it stands right now. The white marlin worth 100 points, 450 for a blue. Come on. Let's see this underwater footage. Let's see it up top. If he reels to the leader, it's a qualified catch. He doesn't even have to grab it. He just needs to reel to the end of it, or the start of it.
What do you think? We got our cameraman named Cam. That's coincidental. Cam, shake your camera twice if you think it's a blue marlin.
Cam Shull, our cameraman on board the South Florida Sales. All right, she's kind of hunkered down a little bit now. Now, their camera might have gotten that fish identifier. We haven't determined it yet. We've got an IGFTO here at the studios, Courtney Lezione.
Just sounded like you were speaking French there, Robbie.
With the kind of. She's from Louisiana.
Yeah.
Lezione.
And the IGFTO, for those of you who aren't familiar with it, is the official observer ID person from the IGFA, which is the International Kingfish Association, with whom I spoke with the other day. Let's go. We got the camera underwater. I think they already know what it is.
We want to.
I believe it's a blue marlin.
For them, I want it to be, right?
Yeah, and they wouldn't be, I mean, this is study the body language and the intensity, the quietness in the cockpit. Everyone's kind of holding their breath to get this leader.
This single fish can be a quad and then some. If you catch a quad of white marlin, this fish is even more points.
Right. That'd be a quad and a half. Everyone's going streaking through the quad.
Through the quad.
Snoop the Loop, you can come too. Anybody with a green hat.
Which one's Frank the Tank?
That's Will Ferrell.
No, I'm talking about on Here's.
Oh. He's having a pretty good weekend, you know, Home Depot, Bed Bath & Beyond. Honestly, I don't even know if I'll have enough time to complete it all. I mean, I have a lot of things going on. Very good weekend coming up.
Peter, I saw on Instagram, what was this sailfish that y'all had in New York? I'm dying to know.
Oh yeah, we'll get into that in a minute. I don't want to take time away from these guys, but I would love to answer that. And as soon as we get this fish.
And again, they're trying to make doubly sure they have it identified, especially if it's a blue marlin. I almost want to believe, and you would still have to go back and look to see if they had run the leader.
It's definitely a blue.
But I'm saying running the leader to the, they didn't grab, but I'm thinking they might have ran the leader all the way to the tip.
They're going to probably touch the leader and get some more footage. They're not going to take wraps on it, because at this point, with the tackle they're using, it may be a lighter leader, more of a white marlin leader, depending on how it all came up, if it came up fast.
A little replay earlier on in the catch. Let's see if we can identify what it is. Show me that dorsal.
Yeah, that's definitely a blue.
One Water Yacht Group.
Yep, that's a blue marlin. That's pushing lots of water. Pecks are dark. Pecks are a little shorter. The pecks on the white are very long compared to the body of the white marlin. So those pecks were smaller with a broader body.
Yeah, they look thicker for sure. And I'm not sure if they've ran it to the leader. Now we go.
There's I don't know, that could be a 150-pounder right there, 150-pound blue marlin on light tackle. They got the ID. Now they just got to get that leader in the tip, and they're going to hammer it in reverse.
Yeah, I thought they were closer a minute ago, but look at them. I mean, look at them. I got to make hay with the sunshines. We got Senor Pepe all of a sudden, didn't we?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's that light tackle. You see how fast it's moving right now. That's the kind of fish that can come in the boat if you're going too fast in reverse. They got the leader. That's the 450 right there.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Way to go, guys.
Go from 300 to 750, and not one blue marlin was caught last year. They hadn't really made their way. Maybe they saw them, but none were caught. That's not the case this year.
What do you think? What do you think there, Chloe? You like that scenario there? Would you like to be on the other end of that, the receiving end?
Oh my gosh, I love watching the marlin. I mean, they're so majestic when they're jumping up and all the action. I mean, there's nothing better to see, truly.
And that was so clean, too. Sometimes you have a long fight, and the fish come up bronze. That fish was lit all the way to the release.
Let's redeploy, but to catch this fish, how did it all start? Let's go back to just before we went to them live. Our One Water Yacht Group instant replay.
So that tells you that it's right by the squid chain. Him running over there, and then it's moving around. Now he's in the long rigger there. We got somebody on the left, two on the left. There it is, he just dropped. Dip low, push the drag lever up, and he is tight.
And again, at this point, they may not know what species it is as well. I mean, there's 3 lines in the water still.
I bet you they saw it.
They saw it.
Yeah, that water is clear, it's calm, it's very, blue. Those fish really show up well. And plus it went from the right teaser to the left teaser, so it wasn't like it was just one quick bite.
But you notice they got 2 different varieties of squid chain out there as well, the green on the left, the red on the right. So again, they're not a one-trick pony. We got a blue marlin in the spread today, and not only in the spread, they got it as a qualified catch. Our leaders, the South Florida Sails.
Nice watch. Citizen?
Yeah, Eco Drive. It's powered by light.
Like any light?
Yep.
Headlights?
Yeah.
Sunlight?
Yeah.
What about city lights?
Definitely.
Subway? Neon? Strobe light?
Those too.
Really?
Yeah.
Disco? Underwater?
Yeah.
This light? Spotlight? 10,000 spotlight!
Yeah, any light.
Cool.
Citizen Eco Drive. It is cool. Powered by light for 50 years.
Let me tell you a story about a couple guys who had a dream at a bar.
Are you talking about us?
No, George Washington and the American Revolution.
Oh, wow.
But now that you mention it, we're a lot like them.
We are.
We are America. Every other vodka brand is every other country that's tried to stand up against us.
And attack us.
Iraq, Japan, China,
Afghanistan,
Taliban,
they're there.
Russia, France, England.
They want the smoke.
And we are the smoke. This is an American brand.
If you believe in our country, you believe in Por Osas.
In the heart of the Midwest, we don't cut corners. We heat the molds, spin the resin, and trim every edge by hand with pride. No offshore shortcuts. Built by the same calloused hands that clock in before sunrise and stand behind every product. Arms folded, head high. It's not just a cooler. This is Grizzly. Built to work, built to last, built with pride. Grizzly, America's cooler company.
The Cape Cod Invitational is sponsored by the Nature Conservancy, conserving the land and waters in which all life depends. No Rivals, Guidesley, and by Exotic Outdoors.
All right, go ahead. Pull it.
Loving life out in Cape Cod, our Atlantic Division, their fourth stop of 6. Kicking off the back half of our season, and South Florida Sales kind of picking up right where they left off. They already have a victory on the season. They started off with a 5th place, a 1st place, then a 2nd place. They've been very consistent after that inaugural run.
Because I'm ready.
Weather should be moving in on Saturday. They have already canceled our event for Sunday, Peter. So this 3-day tournament has turned into a 2-day. You got to get it done on day 1 and 2.
That's right. Fish fast, boys.
Yeah, they're doing that.
You know, especially when you make a plan for 3 and then you got to cut that 1 day off.
Right.
Then you got to recalculate everything. It's a lot of information.
And at what point, we know some teams actually took on fuel bladders so they could make more runs. I'm wondering now if they didn't have that 3rd day, would they have even added that extra fuel? Because they didn't, I don't think, cancel this event until like 10 o'clock local time this morning. They took off at 5 a.m. So again, they had no idea. Running some extra fuel out there, but right now we got the South Florida Sales with that catch by Lee Albardi and that Blue Marlin. They are on top with North Carolina not too far behind. But again, stick with us at the top of the hour on ESPN Plus. Join us there, please, people. It's a great day here. A great time to be at the Cape Cod Invitational presented by Comparion in Falmouth, Massachusetts.
Nice watch. Citizen?
Yeah, Eco Drive. It's powered by light.
Like any light?
Yep.
Headlights?
Yeah.
Sunlight?
Yeah.
What about city lights?
Definitely.
Subway? Neon? Strobe light?
Those two.
Really?
Yeah.
Disco? Underwater?
Yeah.
This light? Spotlight? 10,000 spotlight!
Yeah, any light.
Cool.
Citizen Eco Drive. It is cool. Powered by light for 50 years.
Built for heat and sun. Designed by experience.
Here it goes.
Battle-tested solutions for the fearless. Enetic. Comfort in chaos.
As a big DIY guy, I thought I could do insurance myself.
The Beast Insurance? Extra protection from beasts, Bigfoots, and Yetis? Did you buy this?
Yeah, I thought I was buying the best insurance, you know, like this insurance is the best.
So we went to Comparion Insurance Agency. Our local agent helped us understand our policy options and found one that fits our needs. And now we do have the best insurance.
And we're ready for Yetis, so win-win.
Don't do insurance yourself. Comparion Insurance Agency.
When the ocean calls, only the bold answer. Out here, it's not about cameras, contracts, or crowds. It's about the fight. When the battle begins, you need a boat that's as relentless as you are.
Nice work, Phil. Joe Paglia, boat number 1, executive decision, day 1.
HCB Yachts, the ultimate sport fishing experience. We deliver the dream.